Hi, it's Cassie with Kassy's Parlor, and we are here for week 2 of the Art Journal Adventure prompt. This week we are going to look at the color prompt, and it is for metallic colors. Use any metallic colors you want in your journal page. So really simple. It doesn't mean you have to only use metallic colors either, but maybe figure out how to work in a metallic color or multiples in your journal page, and that's it. So our color prompt is metallic colors. All right. Today we will be using the stencil and men. So I have taken mine apart, so I've got my 3 guys here and my mask and my stencil here separate. Okay, so I've got those there, and then I thought maybe I would use some of that washi. One of the washi got crumpled and I had to throw it away, but the other ones I might use on my page just to have them, because I don't need them all stuck together. You know, it was just for the packaging and sending it to you, and so you could understand, you know, how it works together. But you do what you want to do. If you want to keep it taped in there, you know, whatever works for you is great. We're probably going to be using the Peacock Feathers Stays On Pigment ink pad. So mine's definitely very well worn, but you will have a new one, and everyone has different colors. So you might not have that color, but you'll have another color. For metallic, I'm going to be using some Seth Apter Eyes Ink dye spray, and this one is called Gold Mine, and I just love the gold metallic spray. I mean, it's super shimmery and really pretty amazing. And then I decided I'm going to go monochromatic again because I'm kind of in the mood for that, and I picked a couple of purples. So this is another Seth Apter Eyes Ink spray. It is called Kassy, and I don't know if I said it right. Oh, Violet Kassy, sorry. And then I have a Dina Wakley gloss spray called Heather. Okay, so whatever sprays you have, well, really whatever you want to use. Doesn't even have to be a spray. It could be an ink pad, could be acrylic paint, could be alcohol ink, whatever you want to use. I'm going to be using the Mixed Media Journal again from Graphics. You can use, like I said in the last video, you can use your regular journal, you can play in this journal, you can work on a piece of paper. It doesn't really matter as long as you're getting crafty and playing. Okay, so then today I am going to choose a different surface to work on so that we can learn more about all the surfaces. And I want to use the Wet Media Duralar. Okay, so that is the clear one. So there's 2 clear ones, remember. One of them is thicker and one of them is thinner. If you're going to follow along with me and work on the media I'm working on, you're going to want the thinner, clear sheet, okay? So the thicker one is just clear Duralar. The thinner one is the Wet Media Duralar, okay? So that is what I'm using. You know, if you're using metallics, it would be really cool also to work on this black craft plastic, because that looks, if you're using like all metallic kind of stuff or anything opaque, that would look really cool on the black. So just another option, but again, you do whatever feels good for you. Okay, so I think I want to have some under paper here. It's just easier to clean up and work with. So this one I've been using for a while, but I like to have one for a while, and then when I feel like it's full, I will put it in a bin, and then I will start a new one, and then eventually these get cut up, and they, you know, I make ATCs, or I make them into journal covers or whatever. I mean, there's stuff on both sides. That side's pretty cool, actually. So anyway, I'm going to work on this today just to save my space and keep it so I don't have to do so much cleanup as we go, I think. I don't know what I'm doing. I picked colors and stuff just to kind of give myself a place to start, but I don't have any plan here today. I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing what feels good. I think I'm going to do all 3 as like a background. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. I think I'm going to get some tape because I really want this to stay in place. And for a minute, while we're doing this, maybe I'm going to put the black behind it so that you can actually see where the paper is. I think that's going to help you. So I've got some mint tape here, and I really just want to hold this down because I'm about to attempt something. And I don't want the stencil to move. Okay, so I'm just going to tape it down really well, top and bottom. Okay, I don't even normally do this, but I really kind of just want this to work. And then I'm going to take my Stays On pigment in Peacock Feathers. I guess we're not doing monochrome because I've got Peacock Feathers and the purple. But here's what is about to happen. I want the shape of the men, all three men, in this ink on my wet media Duralar. Okay? Wet media Duralar takes a lot of materials. Ink, paint, sprays. It is called wet media Duralar for a reason, and you are going to quickly learn why it is coveted. Now, I see the texture from this pad on here, and I love it. So I'm not even going to try to fix it or blend it or whatever. Why is that not going up there? There we go. Okay, I'm just making sure I have the shape that I want. I don't care if it's perfect. I do want to make sure like we get the full foot, the full head, stuff like that. And I'm using this ink pad directly because why not? How much easier is this than dabbing with a sponge, going, I mean, that would have taken me twice as long, and I don't care. This is a tool, right? Let's use it as a tool. Okay? And then we just have to let it dry. I'm taking just the stencil off. OMG. Look it! Oh my gosh, these guys are cool. You can see it from there. Look at how awesome and amazing this is. I love it so much. Okay. I am going to move the black piece out of the way now and bring this in because we're gonna play with the sprays a little bit and see what we can do with that. And oh my gosh, okay. I don't know if you can tell. Do you see how you can see through it a little bit where the ink is? I think that just makes it even cooler. It's got the most interesting texture, and you wouldn't have got this texture if you'd done it with a sponge and, you know, or a blending brush or anything like that. It's just straight pad to paper, and it's so cool. I'm kind of in love. All right. So let's just play with some sprays. I was going to do the dark and the light, but I kind of just want the light spray. And I'm wondering, actually what I want to do is go from behind, since it's clear, we can do that. And it's not going to affect the stamped image at all. I want it to just be kind of behind the guys. Okay, so I'm just going to spray kind of all over, and maybe just a little bit. Let's just see. Oh, okay. Whoa, baby. Woo, this is exciting. Okay, let's dry it. Let's dry it and see how we do. And then we'll flip it over and we'll see how we're looking. I'm going to let it kind of roam a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I like this color. It's more of like a middle color. Not too light, not too dark. And I'm kind of tempted. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to be so excited. Okay, let's try it. I'm like getting ahead of myself here, but I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, when this dries too, it's going to stain beautifully, I think. Let's see. You got to be careful, remember, don't keep the heat on it too long. It is better if you can let stuff like this just dry naturally. So maybe you work on a few pages at a time, you know. Maybe you've got a black craft plastic one going, and then you get one of these going, and just put it aside, let it dry. Try not to put your heat on this too much. I promise you the results are going to be better, and you know, you're going to have less opportunity to warp this. I haven't actually tested this yet to see how much heat it can take. It might be able to take the heat. I just haven't wanted to find out because I covet the paper so much and I just want to use it. So, but I should do a heat test. I should do a heat test. Wow, I'm really loving the way this is staining. it's got some interesting veining and like bubble spots. Like before we turn this over, I mean, it's getting dry, but check this out. Look at all those. All right, so let me get a piece of white paper so I can show you what's really going on. Look at that. Look at how the spray is moving around and drying on the back of, now this is the back of this, remember? So when we turn it around, we are in for a treat. I hope you can feel my excitement when I use this, and I hope that you're just as excited because it really is different. It's something totally unique and different to anything you've used before, and it's exciting and it's fun, and I love trying new things. I really hope you do too. What other clear plastic sheet could you use a spray on and have it dry and stick and not bead up and fall off? Okay, this is what Media Dural are. This is what Media Dural are, and I'm in love. Okay, so here's the back again. I'm just going to show you now that it's dry. It's got some really interesting veining and the bubbles and stuff. I'm loving the texture here. Now let's flip it over. Oh my gosh, look at, it's behind the guys and the texture is outstanding. Oh, I couldn't love this anymore if you paid me $1 million. I'm just saying, like, whoa, wow, this is so, so cool. The other thing I'm loving is that where these guys are, you know, you can, like, you just have the color of the guys, which is the peacock feathers, right? But you can see that veining behind there. So it's picking up the texture, but keeping the color. I mean, come on, how much cooler can you get than that? I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited. Okay. Now the question is, I haven't done any metallic yet, and I realize that. I am going to use this this gold spray. I'm deciding, do I put the gold spray, splatter it over the top and let it be over the guys, or splatter it from behind and just let it be in the background? I'm thinking from behind. So I'm going to give this a good shake. If you're going to use a spray, definitely make sure you give it a good shake. A really cool thing we could have, excuse me, we could have done too, is done the spray and then made the guys be metallic. You know, if you have metallic gold, silver, whatever color ink, that would work too. So you just wouldn't be able to do the pigment because there's no metallic in the pigment line. Okay, so I'm flipping it back over to the back side, okay? And the other cool thing, like, you know, this side is not wasted. Like, this is cool from either direction, right? So on this side, if I was working on it, I probably would put like an image or words or something within the guy so that you can play off of it, you know, and still use it and have a double-sided layout. So I'm just going to splatter. I love gold splatter. Now, I know the prompt is metallic, and metallic should be probably the most prominent thing happening, but it just didn't work out that way. You know, metallic is part of it. You can do whatever you want, whatever speaks to you, whatever feels good. If you want the metallic stuff to be prominent part of your page because that's the prompt, totally. Like, you should definitely do that. I got super excited and a little crazy over here. And the metallic is just an accent, but it's still part of the page. And so I think that you can, you know, take some creative license and do whatever feels good for you. Okay, I'm going to put this white paper down here just so you can see what I'm doing. The gold is okay. It didn't come through as much as I would have liked from the background. So I am actually going to outline these guys. I wanted to outline them anyway, but I'm going to use gold, and that's going to help bring those gold flecks in the background forward and kind of tie it all together. And yeah, I just think it would look cool. So I am going to outline all of these guys with my gold pen here. And this is just acrylic paint marker, so no big deal. Gonna make sure it's juiced up really well. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go over it a couple times just to make sure. It's a brand new pen, so it's kind of, you know, sometimes they take a minute to really get going. There we go. And again, every time I do this, I like it to be really sketchy and loose and definitely not perfect. And just kind of outlining the guy. I'm going on the turquoise so it shows up a little bit better too. This looks really cool. Oh, I love this page so much. Oh, I cannot wait to see your guys' pages. Okay, so we're outlining all three. I'll dry this, and then I was thinking I want to put a sentiment over this, and that's it. I kind of just like, I mean, this page, you know, it looks really done to me, and I don't really want to do too much more. I'm loving all the detail. I'm really loving that background splatter coming through. Yeah, so here's the gold outline, just give you a little bit closer look. I think that helps finish it and bring it together a little bit better. And then I'm going to dry that, and then we'll add our sentiment. Well, I think that's a tiny bit wet, but I'm just going to be working inside the bodies. I found a sentiment in this book, the Sticky Quotes Essentials that we got in a different month from Art by Marlene. There are 4 sort of phrases here that go together, but I'm just going to use 3 of them since there's 3 guys. The ones I'm going to use are empower yourself, love yourself, and be yourself. I think that's pretty amazing for this page. So I'm just going to cut them up and kind of place them where I want while that other part is drying. Here we go. Be yourself, love yourself. I think I want to move these up a little bit. They feel like they're kind of low. Here we go. And remember these sticky quotes, and not just this book, but most sticker kind of books like this aren't super sticky, so I would definitely go over this with some gel medium once everything is dry. Don't try to rush that step. This stuff isn't going anywhere, you know, so I would let this totally dry, and then I would go over with matte medium just where your sticker words are, not the whole thing, okay? And that's going to help keep them in place forever and ever. All right, so we are done here. I'm going to hold this up with the white paper so you can really see this whole final page. I am totally in love with this. Totally in love with this page. This is, remember, the wet media Duralar. Look at all the products we used on it, and it worked like a champ, okay? Everything is stuck, and even, I'm trying to be careful because that gold outline, but even the back is amazing, okay? And we can put other phrases or pictures. We could draw little flowers in here or whatever we want. Eyeballs would be really cool. The back of this is also amazing. So we, you know, we kind of have made 2 pages in one here, right? This is definitely done. I like it just the way it is. And then once everything's totally dry, I would flip this over, add a little something here, maybe outline this side, maybe in black or white or something, you know, and add just a little bit more detail, and this side will be done as well. So very cool. I love this page. I am just loving working in this mixed media journal, and I really hope you are too. I can't wait to hear your feedback and see your pages. We have done metallic colors today. This is week 2 of Art Journal Adventure using our awesome graphic journals. So thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to see your pages. Make sure to post in the group, and I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.